What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new Redbubble video. Today we're going to be breaking down and analyzing the different type of search traffic that can potentially come to your store, and we're going to analyze kind of the differences between the two, and we're going to talk about how to actually get more traffic to your Redbubble store. All right, so you guys see here, this is just an example I figured I'd throw up here on a store that I have that, you know, it's a relatively new store. You guys can see here, it was created, like December 12th? And this is the traffic that it created during that period of time. You guys could see it's not too bad. You know, it's getting some traffic. 309 visitors in, it was just created less than a month ago. Or less than 30 days ago. So you could see here, it's not doing pretty bad. And I would say this is kind of like medium to slow growth for me. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the different types of traffic. And more importantly, when we talk about these different types of traffic, we want to actually talk about how we're going to get more of the traffic. And just a quick little rule for you guys is, if you're going to take Redbubble seriously, if you want to make it a side hustle, you want to make it something that eventually, after you put in a year's worth of work into, by the next year, the second year, gives you 30 grand passive income, 40 grand, 20 grand, whatever the number is. There has to be a certain level of precocity. You have to take things at a certain point in time where it has to be a little bit serious. You got to sit down and you got to say, all right, what's going on here? How can I achieve my goals? And you got to have a strong system to get there, on a step-by-step action, a step-by-step game plan. So this video, I think, should be in everybody's game plan for understanding. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So we have different sources of traffic. I figured I'd take this screenshot here just because this was cut off a little bit, but we have Redbubble traffic, organic, direct, social media, and other. Okay, this is just literally a copy, and other. So let's go through all the different ones. Let's explain the different ones. All right, so we have Redbubble traffic. It represents the visitors that land on your Redbubble shop or product or listing from Redbubble. Generated activities such as marketing, emails, paid ads, affiliates, the blog, any searches conducted on the Redbubble website. So if we go to redbubble.com, whenever somebody searches for a product, whenever somebody receives an email from Redbubble, when you get some Redbubble advertising, whenever you get some, affiliate marketing from Redbubble, anything like that is going to come from Redbubble traffic. So you can see here as an example, the Redbubble traffic represents this like bright pink, and you could see here, that's these numbers here. And what I could tell you guys is the Redbubble traffic is going to be pretty slim in the beginning. If you're starting a brand new store, guys, it's going to be slim because you're not there yet. You haven't developed as many virtual assets on the platform to actually be noticed yet. This is why I say if you create 60 designs per day and you're focusing on designing, and that's, your primary focus is on the work and not the actual results, then you can boost this up pretty quickly. Okay? Organic traffic represents visitors who land on your shop or product or listing from any search engine. So this is different, such as Google, Bing, or Yahoo. So as you guys know, the most common three search engines you have is Google, right? You have Bing. I'll pull up Bing here. And you have Yahoo. Believe it or not, there are people that do use Yahoo and Bing, okay? It happens, right? Bing and Yahoo, okay? The most common one is Google, all right? I've seen people optimize for strictly just Bing or strictly just Yahoo, and there are ways to do this where you get, they build full-on passive income businesses from these two search engines. But then there are other people who just purely focus on Google. Either way, if your websites are optimized, and this is kind of off topic, but if your websites are optimized, you're going to do well either way, regardless. But any traffic that comes from these platforms, okay, for a fact that that's going to be organic. So if we look here, for me, organic is pretty high. I'm not even sure how I got there, but relatively high. I mean, it's pretty good, okay? So that's organic. Direct traffic represents visitors that land directly on your shop or product or listing by either typing your URL in the browser bar, clicking on the bookmark, or clicking on a link in an email or a message. So these are links and email that are found off of Redbubble assets. So any email that Redbubble sends, any message that Redbubble sends, anything like that, that's not considered direct. That's considered Redbubble. but any link that you get off of Redbubble, right? So for example, if your friend sends you a link, or if you memorize the link and you type it in, or you click on a link that's sent via email from like a friend or something like that, or text message, that's going to be considered direct. Okay, so that's pretty interesting as well. And for me, for this specific store, I mean, it exists, but just a little bit. I mean, it's not crazy. It's not crazy. All right. The next one, social media. So social media represents, or social media traffic represents visitors coming from social media platforms to your Redbubble shop. Products or listings, right? Product listings. This includes platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, and YouTube. So for example, let's say you create an Instagram profile. You're promoting it with the bot. You're going to get some social media in there, right? So here's an example of that social media, right? So if we go over here to social media, which is like this purple color, and it's the base, you can see here, the social media is creating the foundation for me in this scenario. Now, something that I will say, guys, since we're going to talk about how to acquire these, is that in the beginning, it's a good idea to really go hard on social media in the beginning, whether it be your first month, 2 months, 4 months, whatever it is. And then what you could do is the more designs you create, Google will eventually help you, right? Because the more your designs are on the platform and the more designs you have, you can't be ignored at that point, especially if you're niching down. And Google's essentially gonna pick up your designs, and you're gonna start ranking. You got to remember that Google chooses who they want to rank. It doesn't matter who you are, what your website is. If you're not adding value to the platform of Google, they're not gonna rank you. They're not gonna index you even. Sometimes you won't even be crawled. They just don't care, right? Now, Google crawls everybody for the most part. They know who exists on the internet, but that doesn't mean they index you. Now, with that being said, the more designs you add, the more value you're potentially adding, right? Assuming that you're not spamming or anything like that, but more that you're creating. But designs and good tags and things like that, it takes time to get there. You're not going to get there overnight. And so that's why I use social media to start and kick off the whole process and get some sales while I'm waiting for the organic sales, if that makes sense. All right. The next topic or type is other, which other traffic represents visitors that came from different sites. This could include traffic from a website, news sites, and forums. So that's kind of pretty obvious. Like if I on my own website create a link and people click on it, then that would be from other, right? So now you have the full breakdown. Let's talk about how to improve every single one. So for Redbubble traffic, it's obvious. The more designs you create, the more you're going to show up in the search, the more people are going to find your designs, and the more clicks you're going to get. Also, the more designs you create and the more you're featured by, like the more Redbubble likes you, and I'll be honest, it's a favorites game. If they notice you on social media talking about their company, if they notice that you're driving a lot of traffic to them, they're going to like you and they're going to, feature you. You're a featured artist, right? That's going to help you get some attention too. Maybe you could team up with some affiliates and say, hey, please promote my designs, etc. That's going to be some Redbubble traffic. But overall, the easiest way to improve this is going to be just posting more quality designs. Same thing goes for organic, guys. For organic, and this is a little bit different, of course, but it's going to be the same overall. The more designs you add, but you have to make sure you're going for what we call an open market, right? A blue ocean strategy. If you're going to go for a keyword, let's just use the keyword tiger. There's a ton of designs on Redbubble for the keyword tiger. We're talking hundreds of thousands. And there's a ton of results on Google. We're talking millions, if not billions, on Google for the word tiger. You want to stand out, right? If you go for the keyword, let's say white tiger, well, now you're standing out a little more, right? Instead of hundreds of thousands of results, there might just be thousands. If you go for, let's say, for example, Bengal white tiger, which I'm not even sure if that exists or that's a thing, but Bengal white tiger might have even less results. So you want to stand out. The more long tail your keywords are, not only for your title but for your tags, that's going to help you out with organic. All right. Obviously, with organic though, you have to find the happy medium. I've talked about this before. You don't want to post a design where literally 0 people are searching for it, right? You want to post something that people are searching for, it's interesting, and it gets the job done in terms of traffic, where you're not competing with the myriads, but you're standing out amongst a small crowd. All right. For the direct links, I mean, this is kind of thing that's like on its own. I mean, you can create a website outside of Redbubble, develop a email list, send them emails on the certain designs that you have. That's a viable idea. A lot of people are not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it real. A lot of people are not going to create blogs and websites outside of Redbubble to actually do that. I would say that maybe like the top 0.1% of people who are actually doing that are getting, not that they're getting results, but they're only like a very, very, very small percentage of people are doing. Like if you think about, guys, the amount of people who actually have websites that promote their Redbubble stores for them, out of all 800,000 artists, you're probably looking at maybe 1%, maybe less than that, honestly. Maybe a tenth of 1% who do that, okay? For social media, this is really easy to do. I've talked about this before, but you got igbots.org, you got bots and apps, you got all these different tools to help you grow your social media faster than normal and much faster. You guys see I'm doing the series with the Instagram bots where we use the Instagram bots to market our Instagram accounts, to get us followers, to get us engagement, to get us likes, to get us all that stuff. And I'll just throw up a few links over here, guys. So like bots and apps, we got igbots.org. These are two that I personally recommend. You also got follow and follow bots. So let's just go ahead and pull them up. Follow and follow bots for €67. That's also another tool. I personally recommend these tools right now because they're my favorite, but you guys could use whatever tool you want. They grow your Instagram accounts. If you're not familiar, literally go on my YouTube channel and look. You're going to see videos that say Instagram growth guide or like Instagram growth or something related to Instagram. Just click on those videos. You'll know all the information you need to know about that. But that's social media. The thing that I would say is like the really good option for Redbubble here is a lot of people are really focusing on one thing, and that's this: the Redbubble traffic. They're not focusing on organic, direct, etc. And it's okay if you have a really, really, really good winning formula, which is why I promote the course, the tagging course. If you guys are familiar with that as well, the Redbubble tagging course. Most of my traffic, especially down the road, comes from Redbubble traffic. Comes from Redbubble. The thing that you're seeing here, the traffic that you're seeing here, the reason why the Redbubble traffic is not as the most, is simply because the store is brand new. Like it's less than 30 days old. So for me, I use social media in the beginning to help me get some boost and get some sales while I'm waiting on the organic to kick in. But most people, like I said, are focusing on Redbubble. If you're going to be focusing on Redbubble and organic for the two biggest ones, and typically that is the biggest ones for most people. Like for me personally, if we take the average of all my stores, it's going to be about 70 to 80% of my traffic. But that's also the reason why I get a lot of sales too, because I'm not breaking my back worrying about promoting 6 different Redbubble stores at once through social media. I'm doing one at a time. Then when I move on to the next one, by the time I move on to the next one, the first one already got some organic kicking in, bringing me in sales. So really what I do is my strategy is that as I'm working on that specific store for a while, creating designs every single day, I'm going to use social media. Once I'm done with that store, I move on to the next store. I'm going to be making a new social media account, new account to promote it. And by the time I work on my new accounts and get that all done, then this one is finally ready to go for organic, and it's going to bring in the most traffic. Now with organic, like I said, organic and Redbubble, when it comes down to Google search engine or any other search engine, Bing, Yahoo, and it comes down to Redbubble search engine, they're two completely different search engines. For Google, a real strong indicator of success is the title that you're going to use, okay? The title that you're going to use is a real strong indicator of success. For Redbubble, your tags are going to be really good indicators for success. Now, in the Redbubble tagging course, I teach about both. I teach about the tags and the titles and how to structure them, how to find keywords, how to do all that. The beautiful thing about the course is that we're always adding content to the course. So if you guys want to watch some content about the course, go check it out. The course is right now $39.99, and the more content we add to the course, the better it's going to get, and it already is doing pretty good. I mean, so many people have been messaging me privately and publicly on the YouTube channel. I mean, you could go look through the comments. People saying, the course helped me get my sales. The course helped me finally rank better on Redbubble. And like I said, there's two search engines. You have the Redbubble search engine, you have the Google search engine. There's two different search engines there, two different ball games. So you got to optimize for both. You got to learn how to optimize for both. Now you could do that with experience, where you sit down and you create 2,000 designs and you learn how to do it yourself. Or you could just take a course and figure out how to do it based on the course, where essentially we give you the information. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But now you guys know exactly what it takes to grow the Redbubble stores, right? So if you're not getting sales, realize that sales come from traffic. And traffic, well, it comes from these scenarios: Redbubble, direct, social media, other, organic. You want to figure out how you can improve on both. And when times are going good, you got to make sure that you double down on the things that you're weak on. So for example, if I'm doing really good with Redbubble, organic, social media, maybe I should create a website and start creating an email list and focus on my direct, right? Or maybe if I'm getting a lot of direct traffic and times are going good, I'm making a lot of sales, I should start maybe grab a course, learn how to do the tagging, learn how to do the titling so I can get more organic and Redbubble traffic down the road, right? So you want to improve on your weak points. And what happens is, as you improve on those weak points, those points that used to be weak are now going to be your strengths. And you're going to see gradual improvement. So that's all I got to say for you guys today. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Bye.